So you may have heard last week, Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba visited Melbourne, Australia. And guess what? I was one of the lucky ones that got to meet him. I lived in Los Angeles for nearly 9 years. I saw the 2009-2010 back-to-back Lakers championships. I was there in person when we won in 2010. I was there with my daughter at his final game when he scored 60 points. When I got up close and personal with Kobe last Wednesday, my head has been struggling to comprehend all the things that we talked about. On this vlog, I want to talk to you about the 3 things that I've just digested. Just 3. There was so much more. The top 3 things are mindset, commitment, and an unwavering focus on the goal. When I connected with Kobe, what struck me the most was his mindset. You know, I've told you guys from time to time that I get up at 4:44 a.m. on the regular. I'm in the gym at 5:30, working out, sweating, training, going home, getting my kids out of bed, and then going back to the office very, very early, at 8:30. I'm already on phone calls. If not, half the day's already gone. Kobe actually said that he got out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. He actually got to the running track at 4 a.m. and he never missed a day in 20 years of playing professional basketball where he wasn't at the track at 4 a.m. This to me, firstly, I felt like I was wearing diapers in comparison. I'm like, yeah, Kobe, I'm up at 4:44. He's like, that's nice. I was on the track at 4 a.m. for 20 years straight. There's a depth here. There's a huge depth. And that depth is just, like people said to me, oh man, that's next level. It's not next level, it's next planet. This guy was so hyper-focused on everything that he was doing. It's just mind-blowing. This guy was so committed, and probably still very much is, to his craft that he used to optimize every single minute of the day in an obsessive compulsive way to get a result. To me, I felt like I am executing at a really, really high clip. I felt like I am really dialed into my craft, really dialed in to what to my mission and my vision, and dialing my team in and all the rest of it. The depth here, the gap between where I think I am and where the most elite player of today, I know he's been retired 3 years, executed at for 20 years straight is just, to me, absolutely mind-blowing. And so my message back to you is, if you think you've gone as far as you possibly can, relook at everything. Relook back and try and squeeze every single drop out of the lemon possible on a daily basis. Because you can. Kobe's living proof of that. The second thing that I wanted to talk to you today about was commitment. So there's an early bus and a late bus that goes to games whenever the Lakers are playing. Kobe would go 2 to 3 hours before the early bus, before the lights even got switched on in the stadium, before the people started filling the place up. And he would get there and go through the motions constantly, working on his craft, day in and day out. And when it came to the big time crunch moment, I refer to as game time, where you either win or lose by the buzzer, this guy was not listening or hearing anyone in the stadium. He anchored himself to 3 hours before the early bus arrived and went through the motions. And so he knew there were people in the building, but in fact, it was almost like there was like this curtain that got placed around the hoop in the court. He didn't see or hear anything because he took his mindset, the power of the mind, back to that quiet time. And it didn't matter, there was 3 seconds left in the game and the Lakers are down by 1 and he's got the ball. Everything was blocked out. He was in this peaceful place and he was able to execute. I mean, the guy won 5 championships. You wonder why? That's why. The commitment that he went through on a daily basis was unwavering. You talk about wanting to be the best, and I think you should be aiming to be the best at whatever it is you do. I know I am. The depth and the length that you have to go to in order to execute. I thought I had it down pat, I really did. But I just realized that I've got so much further to go. And it blows my mind because I've often been criticized of being too committed, too involved, too on top of it. Got nothing on this guy. It's amazing. The last thing I want to talk to you about is this unwavering focus. I'm definitely guilty of it myself, where I let things slide because I want to keep the peace, or I don't want to have the tough conversation. My chairman pulls me up on it all the time. Toby, you can't be scared to have the tough conversation. When I met Kobe, I realized that the stories that I'd heard about him in the media and how players didn't get along with him, and I kind of bought into the idea that Kobe was wanting to be the star in LA and no one else around was gonna jump on that. The reality is, hearing it directly from his mouth, it wasn't about that at all. He signed up to win championships. He told the Buss family and the coaches he was there to win championships. He loved the game of basketball, so do I. But if anyone was going to get in the way of him dialing into his focus, now he claims he was signing up to win 8 championships out of the 20 years, right? He only got 5 and he feels like he could have got more. The difference is that he was unwavering in his commitment to the goal. Unfortunately, he's one of 5 people on the team, and some of those other players weren't dialed in. And so when Kobe explained to them that, I'm not going to put words in the guy's mouth, but when he explained that, I'm here to win championships and you're here to party, or you're here to hook up with girls on the road or be out late nights, yada, yada, that didn't go down so well. And actually, I'm on Kobe's side when it comes to this topic. You have to be so focused on your goals that if anything stops you from getting in the way, you cannot be afraid to have the tough conversation. This is about putting on your big pants and making the difference. I'm definitely guilty of that. I made a commitment post-meeting him that I'm gonna wear my big boy pants and I'm gonna make those decisions. And if unfortunately I end up losing some people along the way, then that's okay. But I signed up to be the best in my space, be the best in the industry, and execute at the highest possible level. And I'm sure you did too. In summary, my head is still going crazy right now. It's almost been a week and I've still tried to kind of digest a lot of the things that he said on the night. And it's probably gonna take me a long time to be able to, digest all of that. But the top 3 things, hopefully, that I take away from this today, and I've applied effective immediate after meeting him, and hopefully that you can take those key tips and apply them too. Anyway guys, that's it from me and Kobe, Magic, LeBron, and Shaq in the corner. Be good.